That boy is a monster.
What up, party people? Welcome to another episode of La Banda Live Recap and Review, hosted by your boy Jeremiah Neal, aka Monster. I just have to say that this episode was definitely by far my favorite episode of La Banda this season. It was so lit. I have to say, all the contestants are finally like gelling together. You can tell they're having so much fun. The chemistry is there. Everything is there. It just sucks because now everyone's gonna go home because they have to, they don't have enough spots for everybody. But oh my god, it was just so good. We need to hop into these live performances. I have to say, another thing that made me so happy about tonight's episode was that it was about the bands. Tonight was girl groups against the boy bands, and you guys are probably gonna hate me, but I think the boys did just a little bit better than the girls tonight, although we were short one girl because Amy got sent home last week. But I think the boys showed out tonight. I think they did a really good job. I might be biased because I'm rooting for the fellas, but I think they did an amazing job. Let's hop right into the groups. The first band of the night was Brian, Chris, Edward, and Germandi, and they did J Balvin's Bobo, and they did I Need to Know by Mark Anthony. I have to say, this was by far my favorite group of the night. I don't know what happened. Edward woke the hell up, so did Brian. Germandi was always so strong, but and Chris is just... This was, oh, they killed it. They killed it. I was so surprised when I initially saw this lineup because I was like, they have two of the weaker dancers from last week and then two of the stronger dancers, but all four of them gelled so perfectly together and they were just in sync. The harmonies were the tightest out of any of the bands. I was shook. I have to say though, Germandi is turning into one of my favorite contestants. I feel like he's so smooth and like in the cut, in the pocket. He's always on beat. Like everything just makes sense when he's performing. He never has any pitch issues. Like he's really focused in this competition, and that's what we need in a group. He's also letting his personality show, which complements Chris very well. You can tell that they get along very well, and I think they would do very good in the final lineup for the final band, but we'll see. The next band of the night was a girl group. It was the only trio of the night, actually. It was my girls Sophia, Alondra, and Zamira, and I have to say I really enjoyed this group. I like the fact that they were all different. Like you can tell each girl was so different from each other, but I definitely feel like their chemistry works well. I kind of was feeling a little bad for Alondra at the beginning for the first song, for the Jessie Joy song, because I know how hard it is to be like working so hard for a harmony or whatnot, and for people to be telling you no, but you don't know how to fix it, it can get frustrating. But my one note for her would be is like, this is the real world when it comes to the music game, girl. Like we don't have time to cry because you gotta pick it up and you gotta keep it moving. I think Alondra did the best consistently out of both songs that they performed tonight. I think she killed it though. So whatever she did to kind of just like relax herself, she got to keep it pushing. Is it me, or does Zamira remind you guys of Lauren from Fifth Harmony? She gives me that. She doesn't have the raspy tone, but her image and the way she was dancing in the second song, I was in awe. She was a little pitchy in the Jessie Joy song, but that song was hard as hell. I ain't even gonna front shit, but I think she did a great job, and I think she'll be a very good leader because she's starting to break out of her shell a little bit as well. So I just want her to work on her consistency, but she did a damn good job. I also feel like it was great for Sophia to kind of like let loose and show her softer side, because I feel like sometimes she has her guard up so much, and I feel like she wants to be like this pretentious, I don't know it all. But in this one, she kind of just was like, she was relaxed and she was chill, and I liked that. I think she complimented the other girls as well. Like she was a very solid foundation for all the ad-libs and the runs and stuff like that though. So she did a really good job tonight. I was surprised by her. All three of those girls are stars. I just hope that they can work on their consistency in all of their performances, so everyone at home can kind of get to see like that, we can start forming in our minds like who is gonna be here for the long haul. But I liked all three. The next group was another boy group, and it was Abdiel, Fabian, Felix, and Abel. And I have to say, I actually like this group too. They were definitely not as good as the first boy group, but I think I liked how smooth and chill they were. I'm gonna just call them the smooth boys because they were just so chill for both performances, and I actually quite liked it. Like sometimes we don't always have to be in everybody's faces to give a really cool performance. The standouts of this band, definitely by far, I think, were Felix. Vocally, like I said last week, he is the best boy vocalist in that competition. His voice is so damn good, and it would sound so damn good in a group, which it did tonight. And then Fabian, I think his showmanship is the best. I was a little worried about Abel and Abdiel, especially in the first song, because I was just like, they was looking a little lost, but I would have been lost too trying to dance on them damn stairs. They had them up like 14 feet in the damn air. And then the second song, I think I figured it out. I think Abdiel he's like the sentimental heartthrob, and when he gets a ballad or like a mid-tempo, that's when he want to turn up. It reminds me of Zabdiel from CNCO because he was always like the crooner, like the Frank Sinatra or like that smooth cat, and I think that's his specialty. So now I'm gonna start paying attention to that a little bit more because he definitely stole the show in the second song. I'm a little worried about Abel, not gonna lie, because he's good, but he ain't like popping like the other contestants, and I think it's because he might be young or the fact that he might not be able to know Spanish that well yet or whatever. But enough with the excuses, like you gotta start bringing it, man. He had a really good group tonight, and I think he tried his best, but sometimes you gotta push forward just like a little bit more if you want people to pay attention to you. So the final girl group of the night consisted of Megumi, Denelli, Tashmira, and Veronica, and I have to say this was the only group that I was kind of worried about looking at first glance. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna go well together, but I think they did very good. They were also given another Mark Anthony song, and then they had Meghan Trainor, which are literally the most complete opposite artists that you could give contestants, but I think they did really good, and even more so, it showed that you can be as versatile as you want to be. You don't have to let a song define you. You can like be expressive and do your damn thing. But I have to talk about this. All y'all people that was coming from a girl Denelli, I hope all y'all just take all your hate and all those mean words right back, because she proved not only can she rap, but can she sing. This girl killed the vocals tonight. She was giving you flawless alto vocals. She would do so well in a group because her voice, she could harmonize like on the low ends with the guys, and then you know Zamira could do the top end. I'm not even gonna get into that, but I just think a lot of you guys owe that girl an apology, like the judges said, because everyone was saying that she's only a rapper and she can't sing, and she was clearly one of the best vocalists in that group tonight. Veronica always surprises me somehow. She always just, she comes out of nowhere with this like little sex appeal. It's like a Puerto Rican like rawr, and I love it, but I want her to have some more like fans. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I feel like she gets lost, and I want people to not sleep on her because she's really good. Tashmara, maybe she was sad tonight, I don't know, but I feel like she wasn't all the way there. She was trying and she put in the effort, but I just feel like sometimes she was just kind of like looking around. My girl Megumi, like I said, she was a little pitchy. I'm not even gonna lie, she was a little pitchy tonight, but what I will say is her voice has so much charisma, and it will sound so good on record. Like I can imagine myself listening to her right now and singing along with her, because I would be like, I can identify her voice. And I think that she works very good in a group. Her and Denelli work together very well in groups. I don't know which girl group I actually like the most. I think it would be them. I don't know. What y'all think? And then came elimination time, and I hate this part of the show because I feel like I'm emotionally attached to every single one of the contestants. They're like my little brothers and sisters, and I want the best for all of them. I felt so bad that Edward had to go home. Like I said, like he's just like, oh, like you just want to, every time you see him, you just want to smile. Like that's the kind of energy anyone would love to be able to watch on stage or just listen to, and just know that there's such a positive energy. But I predicted last week that he might be on the chopping block to go home, and I was right. So y'all need to start spreading the word about me and my predictions, because I'm like, that's so Raven, I see the future. It just sucked though, because this week he stepped it up so good, and it sucks that, I mean, it's a blessing and a curse, because it definitely showed that he could step it up, but at the same time, it wasn't enough because he was already gonna get sent home, because I don't know. I agree with the decisions of the judges sometimes, or their commentary, but sometimes I feel, I don't know. I'm a little iffy on like letting them have so much say when the public clearly likes a certain person. We'll see how this goes in the future, but shout out to my boy Edward. We'll miss you, man. And as for my predictions on who's gonna go home in the future, like I said earlier, Abel needs to step it up or he's gonna go home. And then my girl Sophia, I feel like out of all the girls, her and Tashmara, they need to wake up, because some of these other girls are literally Megumi, Zamira, they're in it to win it in this competition, and then everybody's gonna start crying when these people get sent home, but the judges and the producers are looking for people that are ready right now. So if you want to stay in the competition, follow my advice and just wake the hell up, and I promise you, you will do so well. But if you like everything that you saw in this video, make sure to subscribe, share it with some of your friends that are just as obsessed with La Banda as myself, and I can't wait for next week's episode. It's gonna be lit. And until next time, guys, dale. Hey.